This podcast is sponsored by Happy Warrior Kava. Be a happy warrior. Drink, relax, and enjoy the strong and smooth taste of the best-selling kava in the islands. Happy Warrior Kava.
Aloha and welcome to another episode of HNN Overtime, the Hawaii News Now Sports Podcast, coming to you from the HNN Digital Center. I'm Kyle Chinen, joined as always by Cienna Pilotin, Davis Pitner. It's a Friday, y'all. What's up?
Yes.
Friday.
It's not a morning podcast.
Definitely not a morning
That's all that matters.
We're all kind of color coordinated today, too.
We're all right. A little,
black
and white.
A little black, gray, yeah.
Look at that.
A little slick.
It's like we planned it.
But we didn't.
But we didn't.
We did not.
We did not.
We did not. Busy weekend for sure coming up in sports.
Yeah.
This is a busy weekend prior. Follow that up with another busy weekend. We're going to get right into
Just
it.
busy overall.
Busy.
Yeah.
You've been busy, but we'll talk about that.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, we'll get that we'll get to that in a little bit.
Shout out to this guy.
Shout out to this guy. Really
Get a load
All
of
right.
this guy.
literally get a load of this guy because you're going to get a lot of this guy's work next week. Trust me.
I was trying to figure out where that was going.
I didn't know where it was going either. I didn't know either. But we're going to start things off in Manoa for the Rainbow Warriors volleyball team senior night.
It was a fast season.
It was. And it's so
was. Like, what
weird
happened?
that we're talking
Literally.
senior night. It's just the way that their schedule worked because they end the year or the regular season rather, with two weekends on the road.
Mm-hmm.
So usually, second to last or last weekend of the regular season would be senior night, but just the way the schedule worked out that it's already senior night. But it is the newly made number 5 Rainbow Warriors taking on the number 20 UC Santa Barbara Gauchos. We talked about it a little bit last week just with the loss to CSUN over the past weekend. They dropped to number 5 for the first time out of the top 4 for the first time since 2018. So kind of interesting spot for this team to be in, but they seem pretty confident, and they're going to be honoring 6 seniors this weekend. Some big names, too, going through the program. You have Guilherme Voss, Chaz Galloway, and then obviously Spiros Hakas will be honored as well on Saturday, even though, he's been rehabbing and dealing with his lower leg injury.
Yeah.
6
Yeah,
seniors is a lot,
it's
too.
kind of
Yeah.
crazy. I mean, these guys are all such star players and such big parts to the team, and I mean, it's going to be cool to recognize these guys, and just gonna see a good game out of it too.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
I heard they are wearing special jerseys.
Yes,
they are wearing special.
They
Let me pull that
are. You
up.
got that?
Oh, look at that.
Of course he got it.
Of course.
Davis is
They are
always
called
ready.
the exclusive Excite jerseys, and they are going to be auctioned off to support the Hawaii Athletics Scholarship Fund as well.
I saw the website for the auction site, and it's pretty cool. They have these jerseys up for sale. They have some of the other alternates that they've worn throughout the year with the military appreciation, even some of the throwbacks. So I like that. I think this is like the most alternates this team has had in like a single year.
We were talking about it last time too. I mean, this is just so cool. Just coming out with different jerseys. It really is like Oregon, where they're just having a different outfit. It seems like every Go Ducks.
I like that you said outfit.
Yeah.
It's
It is an outfit.
It is an
It's very
outfit.
girl of you.
It's
It's very
Well,
baby
it's
girl.
very-
Kaylin, too. So
Yeah.
you go
Yeah, very-
with their
yeah.
outfits.
I could see it.
Speaking of our
Speaking of outfits.
No, our web producer Kaylin, I love her. She's so sweet. But yeah, when we're talking like Super Bowl or like a big sporting event, we're over Super Bowl Sunday, and then she's like, so like who determines like which team's outfits they're wearing? Like
She also is wondering why there's not a team dressed in pink.
that's
So,
true.
I mean, I
That's
don't have the
true.
answer for her. That's the thing is she's not wrong,
She's not.
Yeah.
but she wants a pink team.
That's true. I mean,
I do always look forward to October,
that's true. That's when they
Yeah.
come out, especially college.
especially college. I like when I was playing, I always loved coming out with the pink gear. That was
me and Davis are on the same wavelength. The moment we had a game in October,
what, tape the wrists in
Oh,
pink?
pink
Yeah,
tape.
yeah.
Everything's
Same.
pink,
back
Yeah.
back when we
Yeah.
had Sports Authority
Pink
here
laces.
in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Oh,
we-
those were the days.
I
Sports
miss a good
Authority.
Sports Authority.
Sports
Yep.
Authority was where it's at.
Cleats, gloves,
Yep.
towels.
Yep.
Like, oh, I used to get swagged out And then, yeah, you have to go before October hits. Find the pink tape because, like, if you try and go in October, they're gone.
Yeah.
As
it's
a
sold
girl,
out.
we be planning from the summer. Like, we got the pink hair ties, the pink headbands. Like, you got to go drift out. Tie-dye even. Like,
tie-dye. Wait,
tie-dye? Yes.
What?
Do you guys coordinate, like, okay, this week we're doing this color with the bow?
Yes. And we always have our hair in the same. Like, it's just so drama and so extra, but it's what makes it so fun. It's like, okay, we're gonna all do like one braid, and then at the end of it, we'll have like a little pink bow, and then the next game we'll do like 2 braids. It's just like
wow,
fun things, but it makes sports.
I will say my senior year, our offensive line, the front 5, we had this thing where for games we would all wear all white socks and like leggings.
Oh, wow.
Because we wore knee braces, so it was really more so they were covered.
Of course you did.
But it was the white, leggings with the socks to cover, so it was all white with the knee braces with the white pants.
Yeah,
we had that unison going a little bit.
Wow.
But I was really the only one that rocked pink on the line, so I had the laces. I switched up the socks. I didn't listen to them, and then the tape.
Have the laces.
Gotta have it.
Gots to. I mean, and then I think in college too, because our alternate color, like the primary was blue. And then yellow was also part of it. But, like, for homecoming, we would go yellow as the primary. So that's always fun when we can, like, yellow gloves and, like, some pop. A little color rush.
A little color rush. I like some color rush.
Yeah.
Not all the color rushes, like, there were in the past with the NFL.
Jacksonville Jaguars.
I think we talked. We talked about this one other time. Yeah.
But
Jacksonville. But honestly, I mean, these jerseys though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of cool. I just like the little rainbows.
Me
Like
it looks like
scattered throughout.
I mean, like the Aloha shirts we'd be wearing.
Yeah, it does.
Right? It gives Aloha shirt.
Yeah, it does.
In the best way possible.
Yes.
And then interesting design choice. I will say interesting with the Hawaii. I would have.
Yeah, people were like, why does it say Hawaii twice? I just don't know. But I like it.
It's new.
Yeah,
it's different.
It is different.
Yeah, and like, I think it's cool. You have obviously they have the retros this year. They have their primary look. They have a military appreciation. They have the state flag. And then now, I mean, this is like their 4th iteration, so they can get creative with it and they can kind of throw something out there and see what sticks. You know what I'm saying? We zoo.
We zoo know what you're
saying. And it's going to be cool to see. I think tonight they're wearing white, their usual home whites. And then they'll be in those. I will say, I've always thought about this the last couple times that UH has worn alternates. I do feel really bad for Ileu Choi because he's a libero.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And he really technically never
I always feel bad for the liberos.
Never gets to wear them with the rest of the team. I did notice, though, that like if the team is like either wearing their like traditional black uniforms, and he has to be in white, he'll wear the retro white. So it's something that he gets to wear. But like, I just always think like the team gets to wear the new jerseys, but unfortunately not Ileu.
He makes something special for the libero.
Yeah,
it should be like a white version.
It should be a white version
like an
of it,
alternate
right?
color.
Think about the liberos.
You would think that would be like a hotter ticket auction item because it's like one of one.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, you would think that actually would be good. Yeah, I could see that. See lots of bids going for that one. Look at that, Kyle. You should start
we're
something.
Brainstorming here.
This is brainstorming.
There should be the HNN Overtime UH jersey.
Oh my goodness.
That wouldn't.
It'd be like the Hawaii, but it would be like HNN and then like overtime.
Double overtime.
There it is.
I mean, our colors are close enough, right?
Pink and green.
Oh, pink and green.
Ooh.
Oh, wait a minute.
And like people might think that's not a good combo,
brainstorming
but
happening
Oregon
right
literally
here.
has done that, green and pink.
Yeah.
So,
and it's looked good for them.
It has looked good for them. I don't think there's ever a uniform. Maybe I'm a little biased that Oregon has rolled out that they don't look good in. That's
fair enough.
And even our little brothers in Corvallis, Oregon State.
Oh, okay.
Okay, my actual little brother goes to Oregon State, so I can say that.
Okay.
But orange and black, classic as well.
That's pretty good.
They back to the game a little bit. 7 p.m. Saturday at the Stan for senior night against the Gauchos. The senior night festivities always packed, kind of crazy. So, just be aware of that. Be respectful when the ceremony is going on, and even during the game, because it's going to be another packed game as well.
Should be exciting.
Should be.
And also, we have to be very excited about another UH team.
Oh, yeah.
We got to stick on the theme of UH.
Yes.
So switching subjects, everyone, we got to talk about their swim team over here. The men's swim team just participated in the Division I Men's Swimming and Diving Championships. Now, what's cool about this is that this was the Hawaii's first Warrior 200 free relay at the NCAAs in 23 years. That is according to UH. Thank you for those stats. That was also the third time breaking this record in the last 4 months. 2.2 seconds drop this season. They placed 17th overall. I mean, what a cool thing. I mean, 23 years.
Yeah, shout out to them.
That's crazy, right? Shout out to those guys. I mean, I feel like swimming isn't that big of a sport that we kind of talk about that often. Right?
I'm not too sure who the SID is for swimming and diving. So that's kind of the
It's Jason, right? Yeah, it's Jason.
Probably.
So shout out to Jason.
Yeah, shout out Jason
But
Kaneshiro.
yeah, we definitely don't talk about these teams, but congratulations to them.
Yeah, we gotta give a
actually
shout
did
out.
reach out to Jason to hopefully potentially set up some sort of interview with a couple of these guys to get them their coverage as well, because they be doing great things. They really do deserve it, and this is huge for UH sports, and so congrats to them. We are very proud of you.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool, like especially for swimming and diving as far as the sports go. It's really almost that time where those kinds of sports really get center stage. Paris is coming up.
Yeah.
You have swimming and diving in the Olympics and all that. So, I mean, pretty cool. Pretty cool to see them do that. And shout out to them and a big congrats.
Absolutely. Should be cool. All right, shifting to basketball now, we got to talk about a player that is making headlines lately, and not just for her play in basketball, but for something else. There might be other reasons for her being in the headlines, but there's 5 million reasons right now.
That's a lot of reasons.
That's a lot of reasons. I was trying to come up with a better transition there. It didn't go that well. But yes, Caitlin Clark, the standout from Iowa.
Amazing.
She is the
Hawks,
best
baby.
player
Go Hawks.
in basketball right now. Everyone has heard of her practically. But something crazy in the headlines recently. She has been offered $5 million to play in the Big Three. So the Big Three is a 12-team professional league for 3-on-3 basketball, for those of you who don't know. But she is in a little bit of a dilemma, though, because she can participate in this, but it's also around the same time that the Final Four are, I believe. So,
I don't know, girl.
Granted, they haven't made it to the Final Four yet. So this weekend they're going into the Elite Eight. So they're facing off against Colorado. But if they do make it to that point, there's going to have to be some decision making there between going over to Ice Cube in the Big Three or playing with your team in the Final Four. So
I know my answer.
Yeah.
Cienna, what's your answer?
I would play with my team.
Absolutely.
I think you have to.
Especially because she's so great. This will not be her last offer ever in this world. Like, after she finishes college and goes on to whatever she ends up doing, if she does go to the WNBA or whatever else she will get opportunity. She's so great.
Right.
Like, every NIL, every business, like, everybody wants to work with her. Like, you don't need Ice Cube's money right now, girl. Go play with your team.
Right. Go get revenge on the LSU Tigers. Like,
Go Tigers.
there was a lot of heat from last year's tournament, and I mean, she made it clear that they were determined as far as the Iowa Hawkeyes go to go and get that title. So I feel like I agree with C. Like, there's no way, there's no amount of money, if you're a true competitor that we think that Caitlin Clark is, will get you to leave your team in the middle of the tournament. And it was funny.
I don't think. Yeah. I don't think she's gonna do it. They had a press conference and a reporter asked her about it, and she, she said like, oh, I found out, just at the same time as all of you guys about this offer.
Right.
But right now I'm just focusing on basketball. And, if they don't make it to the Final Four, then she's definitely going to be there, she said. But, I mean, right now, obviously, she's focusing on basketball. But there has been one big discussion is about this money, about how it's $5 million. But if she goes into the WNBA, you're not getting paid that much.
True.
So that's why there's a little bit of a heated conversation going on right now on social media for that. So
true.
Which I do think they need to pay professional women athletes
Absolutely.
in general more, but the WNBA needs to work on that.
Yeah.
But I feel like, I mean, Ice Cube, he ain't going nowhere, girl. Like, like you just wait a couple years, do your thing, play with the Hawks, and then you always have a place there to land. Like, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember watching the Pat McAfee show the other day, and they had
that is a
they had Ice Cube on.
I cannot watch that show.
I watched the clips on Twitter, honestly. Like, just this. I don't watch the full thing, but I'm like, oh, he's talking to Ice Cube. He's talking about the big three. Apparently, Ice Cube was like, yeah, we wanted to keep that, like, out of the public just so she could focus on the tournament. But then...
How do you keep that a secret?
That didn't happen.
That's such a big deal.
Show, first of all.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I agree with C. Like, don't worry. Ice Cube ain't going nowhere. Like, you don't need to go from the Big 10 to the Big 3. Like, just finish out your time with Iowa and then go get a title. Because that lives forever.
Which I think is very realistic.
Oh, 100%.
Happening.
Oh,
yeah. I don't know how you stop her. She's such a dynamic player.
Baller.
Yeah. She's crazy good. But you know what's not crazy good?
What?
Is my March Madness bracket. Because now we're transitioning to that. Well, before I get into my whole entire thing, how are your guys' brackets doing?
I want you to get into your whole entire thing.
We need to start with you, Davis.
All right. Well, I have actually images to go on with this. So everyone, I was really proud of my ESPN bracket this past week, before yesterday. So I want to talk about before yesterday. So coming into this, I didn't think I had a good bracket at all. But I looked at ESPN. There's
ESPN fan 591.
Obviously, I forgot to put my name down, but out of 20 million people, I was in the top 12,000.
Very good.
Wow.
And in Sports Center, I was ranked in the top 1,000.
Whoa.
So I was hyped.
Yeah.
Obviously.
You should be.
I was hyped. I was feeling really good about myself, and
Gave
I'm like,
you a little
wow,
fire emoji too there.
I can, give me a little fire. I was.
Why are you doing all that?
I don't know how. I don't know what was going on. I felt confident about it.
You should be.
Yesterday.
Oh.
UNC ended up getting upset.
Oh, yeah.
And I think two other teams did too.
Arizona.
Yep.
Bear
I know
down.
that.
Bear down.
All the way down.
Bear down. So those numbers you saw right there, let me give you an update on where they are right now.
Where are they now?
I'm now in
sweetie.
the top 25. I went from 1,000 to 25,000 and from 12,000 to 418,000. So
ESPN fan 591.
I know. So it's
okay. He's just like us.
So now
he's just like us.
I have the screenshots
I'm just
to
a girl.
Remember. Oh, I saw your tweet. That was so good. So anyway, that's why it's been rough.
It has been rough.
Okay. You're with every other person here in this building and most people that ever did a bracket.
Exactly.
The fact that you got that high at one point is a win.
Because
I've never sniffed that close.
Yeah. That was crazy. How about you guys?
Generational run by ESPN fan 52478.
I'm getting
always remember that number.
Vibes
always
from you
remember
right now.
that number.
Yeah,
I'm getting
the
real
first
Deion Sanders from you.
First 4 weeks of the season, they're national champions.
Y'all thought he was cooking. And then week 5.
And they're losing the ASU.
And then they're losing. Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. That's where mine is though.
Yeah. In our league with our photographer Corbin Gregory.
Oh, you're up there.
You are up there.
I was in
I checked it earlier.
3rd.
I saw you in second at one point.
I was in second, 3rd.
Yeah.
Kawano is in second,
5th,
right?
and now I'm in 6th. Lynn Kawano is in 3rd.
I guess she chose Clemson to go far. Corbin was telling me.
One of hers,
crazy.
I think. Or yeah. She has Clemson in her Final Four. that's in second
Wow.
place.
It's something we did.
UConn,
Yeah.
Clemson, Purdue, Duke.
That
all
is
four
like
teams
four
are
teams.
still in it.
Yeah.
And like teams nobody thought.
Of course, Lynn has a Final Four that's still alive. Because mine right now is almost... I have Duke and Purdue. I had Arizona in my Final Four. And I had San Diego State in my Final Four. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm in our league, I'm in 11th and 24th, so not great. But I'm just a girl.
She's just a girl.
She's just a girl.
I'm just a girl. But I mean, it's not gonna get better. It's fine unless UConn wins the whole thing. But even then, I don't see myself going that much farther up. So both mine are busted, and that's okay. It was fun while it lasted.
It was fun.
But I mean, it goes by too fast.
It
also.
does.
It does.
Just the way basketball tournaments work, it's like
I
1, 2, 3,
know, I
4,
hate,
5.
like-
You know, I saw today. There's still like a perfect bracket out there.
That's crazy.
I saw a number 1 person. They called North Carolina State winning today, so they called that one, and then
Is
they
that,
also
like, AI
called
generated?
UNC. Well, maybe they messed up like earlier on in like the first round or something. But right
Unreal.
now, they called North Carolina State and also like UNC losing
That's
as well.
crazy.
Wow.
I'm like, how do you call that? Like, how do you
That's
like?
crazy.
That is
How
crazy.
does that happen?
I will say I'm in 6th place right now, and like I have this like silent battle. I've never talked to him about it in this league, but our TMP, Theo, I've been leapfrogging him in the top 5, and now he's at 5th and I'm at 6th, and I can't
You
stand
guys are
that.
gonna just keep going back.
Keep
and
going
forth.
back and forth.
That'll be my win for the season.
Just beating him.
Yeah, because I know I can't beat Lynn, and like I feel like I don't know, maybe Corbin will make a comeback. So we'll see. But that's my enemy of the week.
Public enemy.
Public
number one.
enemy number 1.
She's just a girl, though.
I'm just a girl.
She's just a girl.
People watching this are like, I don't get it.
Like, I'm like the comments like, well, obviously.
You're literally like, okay.
I'd be so confused.
I just love that like you'll never back away from like a tweet you send out. You just quote tweet it with something else like when you
I
took.
mean, because at that point, everybody saw it.
Right,
The
exactly.
Whole world,
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
like the whole
Saw that.
world saw it, but a lot of people saw it.
Exactly.
And so what am I gonna do? Like, I might as
You
well
stand
own
on
it.
business.
I stand on business. I'm just a girl, and then we move on, and we did.
Period.
There it is, folks.
Thank you again to
Yay,
Davis Pitner
Davis.
for joining us.
Context. And Kyle too, but I say period almost after every sentence, like in general.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been trying to get Davis to say it for so long.
It feels
he
like
said
it feels like he's been fighting it, but
He's wanted to. There were times I was like, it's coming, and it didn't, and it finally did. So mark the day, folks.
it is March 29th, 2024.
Mark it.
Period. Period.
We can all go home now, honestly.
All right,
This
yeah,
is fine.
episode's over, I
Yeah,
guess.
that was over.
That was a good little walk
was
up,
a
too.
good-
That was pretty smooth for how
Period.
Period.
That's what I took.
Period. For how confined the space is.
I know.
It's small
I
in
thought
here.
I was gonna trip.
Yeah,
I really did.
it
There's
a lot of
small
lights
in
so
and
many
cords,
hazards over
yeah.
here.
If the alarm goes off, I'd be tripping over stuff, and like
Yeah.
the door would like somehow get
Oh yeah,
locked.
yeah. Same.
Wouldn't be the first time I get locked into. Again, side story. We have an audio booth that we record all of our voiceovers for in the studio. And one day, I was going to record my audio for a story, and the door just would not open. So,
It was locked up.
thankfully,
It was
I had my
locked.
phone, called Cienna, and we almost had to call the fire department because it would not budge.
I don't know if we would get to that. It's,
Oh, it
it's
was
just
getting
like,
to that.
Oh, I was like, call the SWAT team, call the special forces.
Call the
No, it was
SWAT
crazy
team.
because so Kyle called me and I was like, oh, like my immediate thought was like, obviously you're not opening the door right. Like,
Yeah, like
you're dumb. Like,
you're not smart.
you're not smart, Kyle. And so I was like, it's like little thing I have to deal with. So I go and I'm like, wait, the door really won't open. Like, I don't know how to get you out. So I look for Brooks, one of our managers.
Yep.
Nowhere to be found. I look for a couple of our engineers.
Nowhere to be
They were
found.
nowhere to be found. Brenda, our assignment editor,
I think
gone.
She was off.
She was off.
Yeah.
Or she wasn't here at the time.
Yeah.
So I was like, and then next thing you know, like the entire newsroom barges in because I told somebody, Jessie, aka our friend, a producer here, and she told
the rest of
the
our
rest
producers.
of the crew, and then next thing you know, like every reporter, producer, like everyone came in.
Yep.
Operation Save Kyle.
Operation Save Kyle. Thankfully, one of our meteorologists / reporters, Ben Gutierrez, he actually got stuck in the night before, and he found a way to open the door. So he got me out, and then engineering subsequently took the door handle off. So now it's just a door with
Yep, because no one's gonna get stuck in there anymore.
We learned our lesson, folks, and that was kind of a random segue, but.
All right, time for our last section, and we like to talk about things that are fun.
Yeah.
And you know what's fun?
What?
The eclipse is fun.
Oh,
guys,
the eclipse is
isn't
cool.
the eclipse coming soon?
It is, I think, but I don't really know much about it, honestly.
I don't know that much about it either. Wait, if only there was someone that actually
that tell us about the
knew
eclipse.
more about the eclipse.
Oh,
hey
wait,
guys.
Whoa!
Hey, let's talk about it.
Yeah, it's Drew Davis.
That's Drew Davis right there.
What's going on, guys? I want everybody to know this was a Davis requested story to talk about.
What a great
eclipse.
name. All right, let me just.
I appreciate any time Drew Davis is on camera with us.
Yes.
Dude, I love coming on Overtime.
Yeah, we love
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So tell us.
So tell us.
Drew,
All right,
eclipse
let's
is
talk about
coming.
it.
Let's
talk about it.
So coming up this next week, we're going to be doing a bunch of stories on the total eclipse that's happening over the continental U.S. And the solar eclipse is happening on April 8th, 2024. It's going right over Texas. It's going right over Texas, Arkansas, Illinois, Arkansas, all the way up towards New York and Maine. It's going to be pretty cool. There's already a bunch of events planned across the U.S. And fun fact, the school that I grew up going to has already canceled school.
They canceled school?
They canceled school. They're in the path of the totality. And there's just so many people expected in the Dallas area that it's going to, the infrastructure is not going to be able to handle it. I-35 is going to be shut down. It's going to be crazy. But yeah, it's coming up pretty soon. We're going to be able to see it here in Hawaii as well. It's only a partial eclipse, and it happens that morning. So April 8th. If you look out eastward, you should be able to see it. Yeah.
Nice. I mean, I was watching a couple of national packages that we've been running throughout the week, and a lot of them are saying you need specific glasses.
Yes, you do need eclipse glasses if you are going to be watching it. I don't have them with me.
Where can I buy some?
So if you order them now, you probably can get them on Amazon shipped here. Since it's a very small partial eclipse, I think it's a 17 to 20% chance or coverage here in Hawaii. It's probably not as available, so you probably need to get them online. Okay. I know in the past they've done partial eclipse glasses at the Bishop Museum and stuff like that, but I don't know if they're doing that this year. But next week, we've got a bunch of stories coming up talking about the eclipse. Very excited about it, yeah.
The graphics wizard over here.
He really is.
If
you guys haven't seen his videos, make sure to check him out.
The graphics wizard.
What is it's Drew Davis WX?
Drew Davis WX.
On Instagram, DDWX on
TikTok.
Instagram, TikTok.
Did you guys see my Minecraft one that I did?
I did not.
The Minecraft, yeah.
Yeah, all right.
That one was good. He was so disappointed.
Yeah.
You really be on people.
You really do be.
It really be. All right.
Drew, I do have to ask about the eclipse. How does this affect Purdue's run in the NCAA tournament?
Is that what you guys talked about today?
We were talking a little more.
We were talking about that.
Are you doing a bracket?
Gig 'em.
No, A&M lost.
Oh.
Gig 'em.
Gig 'em.
Giga-mags. Look at there. But I watched them play against UH, and how they went into overtime.
I didn't know.
Controversial.
That's
Yeah.
We're gonna fill you in on a little controversial topic here between the University of Houston and the University of Hawaii.
Oh.
Both.
Did I said UH? I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Both teams.
I know you from
Oh
Texas.
my gosh.
Yeah.
That's
Oh my
uncharted
goodness.
territory
Yeah.
here.
Wow. My parents went to the University of Houston, and so I grew up saying UH.
Yeah.
And so now I'm over here.
But that's not any fault to you.
No.
That's
Yeah.
No,
literally
it's
because if
not.
the roles were reversed and I
Exactly.
went there,
Yeah.
I would say
Yeah.
UH and mean Hawaii. So.
Yeah.
There's I think the thing it goes is like both schools refer to themselves as UH, and then so if I go to Houston, when I'm talking about UH, I say U of H, and then vice versa. So there's always been that big like discrepancy between the two, and then I think in 21 or 2022, the football teams played each other in the Albuquerque, New Mexico Bowl.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. It was cool because it was like Christmassy. They wore all red.
Yeah,
and
It was
they
the
were all-
UH Bowl.
Yeah,
It was the UH Bowl.
Okay, I didn't even realize. Well, A&M lost to the University of Houston.
Gig 'em.
So I was sad. But I didn't do a bracket this year. I was
Found the Ags.
Yeah.
Then we lost. So
That's okay.
It's all right. Your real sport has started now.
Okay.
yeah, baseball.
Baseball.
Baseball, yeah.
The Rangers won.
Texas Rangers.
Rangers won opening day.
Rangers.
So
The
did
Astros
Dodgers,
lost. The Astros
That is a
lost.
win for all of us.
That is a win for baseball.
That is a win
for
for
all
baseball.
of us.
But yeah, World Series champs, Texas Rangers.
Yeah, they did the ceremony, right? The banner ceremony.
Mhm.
It's always cool. I didn't really pay attention to opening day, truth be told, but
Yep.
I will claim
Same here.
no
Yeah.
cards. It's from family.
I think Shohei got like 2 hits, or like.
He his first at bat at Dodger Stadium, it was a double, but then like he got caught between second and third,
Oh,
and then
yeah,
he
I saw
got
that.
chased down. I remember that was his first at bat. Like, ooh.
Did you guys talk about the Shohei thing last week?
A little
the
bit.
controversy?
A little bit,
Just
yeah,
a
yeah.
little
We don't
bit.
have to
We
dive
touched
into
on
it.
Yeah,
We don't have to
it's very
dive into it.
controversial. I mean, it was more just funny because I was the one that was like,
Oh.
let me apply to be
Be the interpreter.
Two
Yeah.
semesters.
2 semesters. of
2
Japanese.
semesters.
Japanese.
2 semesters.
All right.
And then we also, it's funny, we talked about it last week. Like, I don't think we'll find a way to talk about Shohei for a
Oh,
third
there's
straight
always
week.
a way to
No,
do
there's
it.
no
are.
way.
Here we are.
There's no way. I mean, especially when we have like.
Oh no!
Drew, have you seen this?
Have you seen
I
this?
saw the clip that you guys posted last week, so I saw this photo. It is
It
very
won't
funny.
I thought
go
I
away
I
also.
deleted everything, but this somehow is
lie.
still on the
No way.
timeline. It's still on the timeline.
I feel like we could probably do a new edit now. Like, I don't
could.
like me and him, yes, obvi. But like maybe not at the airport and in a club dress.
There's a different scenario. We'll find a
Yeah.
different Shohei picture.
That's his wife, right?
On the right, yeah.
yes.
They're the same picture.
Corporate asked us to look at the difference between these two pictures. It's the
They're
same.
picture.
It's the same.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, I hope that you and Shohei end up together.
Oh, thank you.
welcome.
We should have you on more.
Drew Davis ships.
Showtime.
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 Or Cienna.
We'll
We'll work on it.
Workshop
Wait.
it.
Sitani.
Sitani.
Yeah.
But no, Drew, we
Yeah.
appreciate you always coming on, no matter what.
Yeah, I know the eclipse isn't very sports related,
I mean,
but it's overtime, right? You
It
know?
is
It is
overtime.
overtime.
Yeah.
Working overtime on
any
overtime.
overtime.
excuse to get Drew Davis on the podcast.
Next time we'll
will
have
do it.
like a pancake story or, you know.
That's
Waffle.
still. Did you watch that?
I did, and I
Yeah.
was in tears.
It was.
That was probably that was the best.
I
It was
could not
so
stop.
hot in here. I
It
feel like
was
we were
so hot.
delirious.
Oh,
It
there
was
was like
so hot in this room.
it sounded like there was a gas leak in here. You guys are like slowly like losing your mind.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it was
Yeah.
bad. It's just going downhill. Started the show off strong,
It really
and then
did start off really good.
just-
Oh, with my phone call and then
yeah,
just into
the phone
rest of
that
it.
was pretty creative.
That was funny.
And then Drew throwing like your face like on
Onto
the
ground,
dropping
just
it.
onto the
dropping it.
ground.
Alright. Goodbye, Kyle.
Goodbye forever.
He hung up really fast too. It was funny.
I did,
Yeah,
yeah,
he's
yeah.
like,
I was like,
No,
all right,
I
I was
gotta
like,
go.
we gotta go.
I think I said like, have a great show, guy. Like, oh, okay, cool.
Nice.
Got things to do.
You did. Running
Yeah.
businesses.
I know. It was good. Well, Drew,
Yeah.
thanks for coming on.
Thank you, Drew.
Appreciate it
Oh,
as
yeah.
always.
Thanks for having me to talk about the eclipse, guys.
Of course, we want to showcase the work.
We
that
wanna
you've been working
Yeah,
showcase-
you have been
yeah.
working
Yeah.
really hard, so shout out to
Heck
you.
Absolutely.
yeah. Thank you.
Well, yeah.
Alright.
Stay tuned for next
Oh,
week.
yeah, wait.
Stories coming up.
Yeah. So Drew. All right, Drew. Thanks so much for coming on. Be sure to check out his stories coming out next week. So I think it's time to skedaddle.
See ya, Kyle.
Was that good?
Whoa.
Oh. Wait a minute. Wait, he's gone.
He's gone.
Wait a minute.
He's gone.
What just happened there?
I don't know, but that was super cool.
It's like we learned about the eclipse and then like, our teacher just left.
Our teacher vanished in thin air.
Almost like the eclipse is going to do. Yeah, and the weather,
And my
everything.
bracket.
And our brackets.
Your bracket, yeah. Speaking of special reports and projects,
Yes.
I do want to give
Yes.
before we
Let's
get
talk
out of
about
here
it.
because we had such fun with this episode. Let's talk about
Let's
it,
talk
Davis.
about it.
The Ook. Davis
Yep.
Pitner has been
Yep.
working on this documentary for the better part of what? It feels like 2 years.
It has felt like 2 years, but yes, it has. It's been a year.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a year in the making.
A year in the making.
Yeah. The Ook, Hawaii's Instrument, that is the title of it. It's a documentary that I've been working on for the past year. I started it actually around this time last year.
Wow.
Which is kind of crazy. Just very brief summary about it. I'm big into documentaries, and so I was looking for something to do, and I saw Billy V come in with an artist who had an ukulele. And so I'm like, kind of a cool history project if I were to do that.
Yeah.
So did research into it. I met a collector here of ukulele, and he has probably the rarest collection in the world of like 1800s ukulele, the very first ones made here. And so he talked to me about this project, about how he's teaming up with the Hawaii State Archives to record these instruments and save their sound. So first time ever doing this. I interviewed like 10 musicians, a historian, the collector, the studio manager, like so many people, which is why it's taken so long. But it's crazy, guys.
I'm so
it's
excited.
crazy.
We're so excited.
Yeah.
You guys, Davis has worked so hard.
So
on
hard.
this. Like, he has so many projects going on
Yeah.
in his normal life, normal job,
Mm-hmm.
and then to do this all on his own time and running out to interviews and bringing people in, and then the editing. Like, we saw his editing project.
Yeah.
It's different colors, like different like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Gave me a
So,
panic attack.
Seriously, it was
Seeing all
crazy.
that.
Yeah.
So shout out to this guy. We
Thank
want
you.
everyone to come
Yes.
watch and support
Thank you.
Yeah, where
How
do
can
we
we
watch?
April 1st, next Monday. It's going to be airing on K5 at 5:30,
Yay!
and then it'll be online
Okay.
wherever you get
Oh.
your videos. It'll be a podcast, and just
Oh.
like this podcast,
Yeah.
it'll be anywhere you can find it on Spotify
Nice. Apple
or
Podcast.
Apple Podcasts.
Yep,
I was kind
nice.
of blanking for a second.
That's all good.
YouTube, just everything. It's
That's
going to
so
be
cool,
everywhere.
dude. I can't
hope
wait
you
to
guys
watch
can
it.
Check it out.
Yes.
It's pretty cool.
I cannot wait to watch it. That's April 1st on K5 at 5:30. April 1st,
Yep.
and that's no joke. It's gonna be a really good documentary. That was good.
That was good.
Yeah, that was
It took
fine.
me a second, and then I'm like,
That's fine.
what
no.
if this was actually all just a joke and my documentary wasn't airing, and they were playing a
That
joke on me?
Would be.
Whoa, wait a minute.
I don't think I'd see you at work the next day. Like you
I
would
probably
no,
wouldn't.
HNN Overtime
No.
crew is on site.
It's on site.
We're pulling up right now.
on site. We're going straight upstairs. Like, pull up. That's a really
Pull
brutal
up.
joke.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's mean.
That's super mean.
Yeah,
Like they just play like a random.
that'd be crazy.
Like in the time slot. I wouldn't. Oh, I like. I can't even imagine that.
We'll see.
But no,
No.
I watched a snippet of I think the intro before the title card.
Yeah.
And man, does it look good.
Thank you.
Just
Very
the
excited.
cinematography, the editing, the sound design. I love a good doc that has good sound.
Some good sound.
Oh,
Well, you were gonna love this one
I can't
because
I love a good nat sound.
99% of it is the ukulele
That's-
playing.
That's
all we
all
want.
we need. And then I watched the title card, and this guy, like Cienna said,
Uh-huh.
is a rock star, director, editor,
You guys are
producer,
hyping me
No,
up
he's
way
great.
too
Writer.
much.
He's
You guys
so
are
great.
hype-
No, he's great.
Well, thank you guys.
chef, bartender.
Chef,
Um,
bartender.
Good.
Whoa.
I mean, the
That's
list goes
true.
on, right?
I don't know how to make a spinach dip though.
Please,
Please.
please. I didn't
When
even.
will that go away?
Yeah, the spinach dip, man. What a time. What a time that spinach dip had. It lived a good life in my fridge. It missed the Super Bowl. It missed the majority of its life, but it's okay. The bowl lives on in my trash can.
You still had my vote.
Thanks, Davis. Even though everybody else did way more. Like, Mark Carpenter made a whole steak.
Jennifer Robbins.
Robbins put in a lot of work.
Yeah.
Jelani put in a lot of work. I look like a college student making a TikTok. Like, what's up, guys? Coming to you from my dorm room.
I thought that was really good, though.
Thanks, man.
I'm here for you.
I appreciate it. Yeah, be sure to guys check out the Ukoi's instrument April 1st on K5 530, and then again on digital platforms wherever you get that. And speaking of digital platforms, you should check out this episode of HNN Overtime or any of our previous episodes on our digital platforms, either Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get the rest of our podcasts. With the video version on the HNN YouTube channel, in the podcast folder, you just find HNN Overtime. It's all there. And be sure to follow the Instagram. That's HNN Overtime. No spaces.
No spaces, Kyle. No spaces.
We were there.
Not a
We
single
were right.
space.
We were right there.
We were right there. Not a single space. No blank spaces.
No blank
Oh
spaces.
my goodness.
It's been a couple episodes.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
That was good.
Yeah, there's going to be a QR code there. It's going to pop right back up like we've been doing. Again, yeah, thank you so much for listening and watching. For Cienna, Pilotin, Davis, Pitner, I'm Kyle Chinen. Aloha.
This podcast is sponsored by Happy Warrior Kava. Be a happy warrior. Drink, relax, and enjoy the strong and smooth taste of the best-selling kava in the islands. Happy Warrior Kava.